You're listening to the Codependent Millennial Podcast with Sophie Shiloh, episode 25, Behind the Scenes of the Free Challenge. Today, I want to give you a behind-the-scenes view of my upcoming free 5-day Codependency Cure Challenge, as well as the epic giveaway. You can sign up to participate in this challenge at the link in the description of this episode and also at the link in my Instagram bio at Codependent Millennial. So I ran the first challenge several months ago because I wanted to take the work that we're all doing on Instagram together to a deeper level. I had been doing daily trainings and a lot of us were chatting in the DMs and it was amazing, but we needed something more. So that's why I created the first challenge and it was incredible. And ever since it ended, people have been asking for another one, so here it is. So what is this challenge anyways? It's 5 days of high-level learning and coaching with me and support from an amazing community of women all working on healing their codependency as well. This free challenge is really a microcosm of what it's like to be in my group program, the coaching calls, the Slack support, the community, and I'm going to go into all the details of this in a minute. It's just everything I ever wanted during my own journey healing from codependency that I didn't have. So I just went and created it myself because I knew that it was needed. I designed this challenge to focus on the 5 most essential steps of healing codependency because we only have 5 days together. So I want to make them count. I want to make them as transformational as possible for you. On day 1, we focus on emotional adulthood, what it is, how it's different from emotional childhood, how to grow out of emotional childhood into emotional adulthood, etc. On day 2, we talk all about boundaries because that is the number one topic I get asked about constantly. We talk about what boundaries are, the misconceptions about boundaries, how everyone always gets boundaries wrong, and how to get them right. Day 3, we focus on unconditional self-love. There's self-love and then there's unconditional self-love. Like, you love yourself, but do you really love yourself? Do you really love yourself? And the reason why I focus on this in day 3 is because day 3 is the middle of the challenge and unconditional self-love is at the heart of codependency healing. It is essential. It is the most important aspect of all of this. It's the big one. Day 4, we focus on self-trust and intuition. So in healing codependency, you learn to rely on your own intuition. You learn to trust yourself sometimes for the first time and sometimes just once again after a long time of losing trust with yourself. So I wanted to focus on this topic specifically in the challenge because it is really scary when you start to rely on your inner guidance system after so many years of looking towards others for permission, approval, decision-making. You do need support around learning how to rely on yourself again and coming into a strong sense of self-trust. Day 5, we talk all about people-pleasing. What it is, how it holds us back, how to stop. People-pleasing, again, is something similar to boundaries that a lot of people get wrong. So I want to set the record straight and give you a deep dive into people-pleasing during this challenge so that you can start right away to live your life from a more self-directed place rather from a place of trying to control other people so that you can feel okay. Because that is the definition of codependency, and that's what I'm here to help you eliminate. Every day during the challenge, you get access to live Zoom calls with me at 2 p.m. Eastern from October 12th through 16th, where I'll teach a lesson, offer coaching to the participants on the call, and pose a challenge to everyone that will help you implement the lesson of the day. I will also email out this challenge and I will post it in Slack. So if you can't make it to the live call, no worries. Each call will be about 30 minutes long, and each call will also be recorded and sent out to everyone in the challenge. So, like I said, if you can't make it one day live, or if you're working during the hours of the call, sign up anyways and participate in the daily assignments, because I promise you it will be just as impactful for you even if you can't join the calls live. You'll still be able to participate in the Slack community. You'll still be able to bring all of this work into your own life I don't want you to rob yourself of this amazing experience just because you're going to be working during the call time. You'll also get unlimited access to me in our private community on Slack, my favorite app ever. I love Slack. There you can ask me questions and get coaching from me on anything related to the challenge. You can get support from other women in the group. You can post about your accomplishments and your realizations and your breakthroughs that happened throughout the challenge, etc. It's really amazing. This is a little sneak peek into what my group clients and private clients get to experience when working with me. Alongside their coaching calls with me, they also have unlimited access to me in Slack for support between calls as needed. And the conversations we have there are mind-blowing. So if you participate in Slack and ask me questions and ask for coaching, you'll get a taste of that. You can do that every single day during this 5-day challenge. It's amazing. So I've heard a lot of people this time around tell me that they're really nervous and really shy. And they're afraid of looking straight on at their codependent behavior. They're kind of hesitant to participate, hesitant to join. They're a little bit nervous. And I just cannot tell you how excited I am for you to join the group and join the challenge and really see how warm and welcoming everyone is and how fun this work can really be. I love when people see that healing codependency is heavy sometimes. Yes, I get it. It is challenging. It's hard. It's painful, all of that. But there's no reason why it can't also be fun. We're all here to cheer each other on in Slack. On the Zoom calls, we have tons of fun. We laugh. I yell at people. We laugh some more. It's the best. And it's something you cannot afford to miss out on. I want you to be there. Come join us. I also want to say that yes, coaching is transformational. Coaching is, of course, but also just the act of showing up in a community when you're nervous or afraid to do this work at all can be transformational in itself as well. So I invite you to join if you are one of the people listening who is afraid to take this step. At the end of our 5 days together, you will be a radically different person, a more powerful, intuitive, peaceful, and empowered person. I want you to have this. I want you to join this free challenge. Now, let's talk about this amazing giveaway. I'm giving away a coaching session with me. I'm giving away my favorite book signed by the author, crystals from my absolute favorite crystal shop, and my essential reading list for all codependents. And you want this list, trust me. To enter the giveaway, you of course need to sign up for the free challenge. You can do that at the link in the description of this episode or at the link in my Instagram bio at Codependent Millennial. But then you can just share any of my posts on Instagram and tag me, or take a screenshot of any of my emails and share it in your stories and tag me as well. Super simple. Each share where you tag me counts as one entry to the giveaway. And there are people who are already killing it. So sign up now, share and tag me, and get after those amazing, amazing prizes. Again, I'm giving away a coaching session with me, my favorite book signed by the author, crystals from my favorite crystal shop, and my essential reading list for all codependents. Okay, my loves, so that's the sneak peek. I cannot wait for Monday. I cannot wait for the first day of the challenge. I cannot wait to meet all of you. When you sign up, part of the welcome email that you receive is a request to reply back and let me know what you're most hoping to learn from the challenge. So when you sign up, I do encourage you to write to me, to reply to that email and tell me what you really want to learn in the challenge. All of the people who write to me help me decide what to teach throughout the challenge. So if you have a topic that you really, really want me to cover, sign up for the free challenge and actually reply to that email and let me know your concerns. Let me know your goals in respect to healing codependency, and let's start that conversation. I want to read a few messages that I received from women in the last challenge because I think they beautifully illustrate the kind of deep work that we do in this 5-day challenge. And I'm hoping they will entice you to sign up if you're on the fence or if you're hesitant, because I want you to know that this challenge really can change your life if you let it. These 5 days will be transformational for you in a huge way if you show up with the energy of really wanting to learn and immerse yourself in this work. Okay, here we go. One woman said, "You helped open my eyes to something I've never considered, that I am able to make the choices in my life. I have carried a majority of my trauma with me into my adulthood, and I find it basically impossible for me to be vulnerable." Another woman said, So when you said, quote, you don't have to state your boundaries to other people, unquote, my jaw dropped. I thought, if I can't verbalize my boundaries to others, if I don't verbalize my boundaries to others, how would I set them? How would other people uphold them? How do they know the contract they're entering? How? And of course, I answered all of these questions in Slack. Another woman said, I have worked a lot with codependency and boundaries through my own therapy, so I struggled to think of a core codependency issue. And then I realized, how good are boundaries if I'm not keeping boundaries with myself? How good is learning about codependency if I'm not giving myself the space and time to heal and then leaning on others to create that space? So she's saying, how good is learning about codependency if she's not giving the space and time to herself, but instead leaning on others to create that space still? So still participating in codependent behavior. So again, this was a question asked in Slack. We discussed it. We talked about it. I coached her on it. It was amazing. Another woman said, I am choosing to start learning, trusting, and believing in myself. I am choosing to recognize my power and claim it back. Amazing. One woman said, wowza, I love how brutally honest you are. I really appreciate how much you get me thinking logically and rationally. And then someone else said, hey, Sophie, wanted to thank you again for today's video and all the guidance you're providing. Butterfly emoji. I am really resonating with your messages and the way you're delivering the advice in an honest, fun, and realistic way. Again, this work is hard. Yes, I totally recognize that. I acknowledge that. But it doesn't have to be gross and sad. It can be fun. We can do butterfly emojis. Another woman said, after today's lesson, I realized I'm very much still in emotional childhood in many areas. I absolutely rely on others to take responsibility for my emotions. I want my personal power back. I am tired of feeling the need to ask for permission to think and feel a certain way. I'm also tired of neglecting my authentic self. I definitely need to learn to filter my thoughts and spend some time to figure out what I can question and what I can trust, which I often avoid. I am constantly in emotional thinking and very little time in logical thinking. I see the areas I need to work on, and I'm here to break free from everything that's holding me back. Amazing. So good. Another woman said, I am here to work on learning how to overcome my own codependent habits. I struggle with projecting my own fears and past traumas on others and onto my partner, and then blame them and their behaviors for any issues that arise due to my actions. So that's another issue that we coached on in Slack. And that's why I really want you, when you do join the free challenge, when you sign up, I do want you immediately to click on that link in the email and join the Slack channel because yes, the calls are amazing. The live calls are really important, but a lot of coaching goes down in Slack and I want you to take advantage of it. So like I said, join now. Click the link in the description of this episode or in my Instagram bio at Codependent Millennial. Join us for this amazing free challenge. Join the Slack channel, participate in Slack, ask questions, get coached. Like I said, these 5 days will change your life if you let them. I cannot wait to serve you during these 5 amazing days together. We're going to have so much fun. And until then, have a beautiful day. See you inside. If you loved what you heard on this episode, join me over on Instagram at Codependent Millennial for more videos, tips, and information on how to permanently move beyond codependency and start living a life you truly love. See you in the free challenge. Bye.